Pilates, should you be doing it? What do your coaches think about it? We are here at our bench break. I'm Coach Ashley, I have Coach Tash and Coach Zach with me today. And what do we think about Pilates? All right, so you just joined a gym or you're looking to do a class, maybe you're on ClassPass and you're like, what the heck is Pilates? What can I expect? I'm gonna tell you right now, don't waste your time. That's my advice, all right? So what to expect, you're gonna be picking up a weight that's 1 pound, 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. They're gonna tell you, do not grab the 5-pound dumbbell. In my prime of bodybuilding and I was strong and I had bolder shoulders, I took one Pilates class and I hated it. It was dumb. I grabbed the 5-pound weights and they were correct. I shouldn't have grabbed the 5s. It burns for no reason. I'm a big proponent on resistance training and just the training style itself. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just gonna pass it off. I'm just gonna give you a thumbs down right now. Like that's all you need to know. If you respect my opinion, just don't do it. But here, I'm gonna pass it off to somebody else who can maybe talk a little bit more on it, and maybe they just give you a thumbs down too, and you try it for yourself. But I did one in my entire career of training, and I absolutely hated it. I thought there was no point to it. There are people who swear by it, and those are the stay-at-home moms who also tell me that they don't want to resistance train. So there's that. And no offense, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so like I'm right there with you, but we know the class of people that we train, and that's my advice.
I'm gonna say that I like Pilates, but I also don't do it all the time either. I like anything that challenges me. I'm down to trying something new.
How do you explain it? Like,
so you're right about the dumbbell thing, because I walked in there, they're like 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, no, definitely 5. I got the 5, I got the band. You're gonna get some, so it's gonna be a nice quiet room, get a mat, barefoot. You're gonna get 1, 3, 5-pound dumbbells, sometimes a block, sometimes some resistance bands. They're always gonna tell you to go for like the lighter, moderate one. I love strength training, so I'm like, I can totally do like moderate to heavy. It was not the class to do that, but because then the movements are all isometric, right? I feel like they target like the small muscles that you really don't use all the time, and it's repetitive and it burns, and they try to work you through like affirmations here and there. So I like the setting is nice. If it's part of your new class, your new gym that you just joined, give it a shot, try it out. I personally don't incorporate it though all the time. So I'm not a thumbs down, but like I'm a middle, I don't know. I don't really have a lot more to say besides the fact just always just try out a new class if you've never done it before, so you can at least know, because at the end of the day, it comes down to whatever you like, stick to it. That's my biggest advice with that.
Except for Pilates, you're not gonna get anything from it.
So I've actually taught a Pilates class before. I've taught one Pilates class in my life. I've never taken a Pilates class, but I've taught a Pilates class. The studio I was working at the time, as you know, I'm a yoga teacher. They didn't have a substitute or anyone available to sub for this Pilates class. So the lady was like, yeah, it's like yoga, just do more core, and that's it. So then I looked at YouTube, I watched a bunch of Pilates videos, got familiar with it, taught the class. I think it was terrible. Thank God I never had to teach it again. So Pilates, basically the people who are gonna benefit the most from a Pilates class, I would say, are women who just had a pregnancy, who want to, because Pilates is all about your deep core. It's all about training your transverse abdominis, your obliques, and like sometimes your hips, but it's really an emphasis on your deep core.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. My shoulders are burning, and
so are my legs,
and my legs, and parts of my body that I just don't want to feel ever again.
Yeah.
And I like to work every aspect of my body. I just didn't find a true value in Pilates, but maybe it just might have been the class I took.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what though, that happens is like you try a class, like you guys spin. We just talked about spin. Both of you guys took one spin class, you hated it. I've taken thousands of spin classes, I love it. Maybe that's my perspective, but I mean, maybe I should try it again. Obviously I had my daughter 2 years ago. I did not feel the core that you just talked about. Like I did not feel that deep core work. Really? I mean, I could feel core work, but not like, it wasn't educational. I'm like, all right, you need to be making sure you're focusing on.
Well, I think, and this goes for any type of class that we're talking about here. It depends on the instructor, depends on the style. I know with Pilates, that's one that I've taught, and the ones that you all probably taken are just like with just the equipment is a couple weights. Yeah. But then they have these crazy huge Pilates reformers.
I want to try that.
And all these, I think those are, whatever, I think less equipment, the better. I think those might be a little redundant, but try it, do it, try a Pilates class if it works for you. I think people who benefit the most, I think it's best for rehab. If you have a spinal injury, especially lower back, being able to tone up your core, your deep core, I think that's beneficial. Women, pregnancy, especially if you had a C-section, You want to be able to tighten all that up. I think Pilates is good. I definitely don't think you should ever confuse Pilates with yoga. The lady who told me to do Pilates, because I'm a yoga teacher, just do more core. No, it's not the same. But Pilates, I think it's decent. I think, again, it's a supplementary thing, or it can be used in a rehab setting. And I think it could be great, depending on the instructor, depending on what's going on, what the intention is. I think Pilates can be a good modality to supplement with. So
I agree.
So let's do our thumbs up, thumbs down. What do we think about Pilates?
I'm gonna do a thumbs up actually.
Thumbs up.
I'm still gonna go thumbs down with the middle with agreeance to what you said
Yeah.
as far as like
I like that though.
incorporating it.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be your main source of training. I don't think you're gonna get much benefit out of it, but I do agree with what you just said. Like as far as rehab goes, I can absolutely see that as being good rehab. And I'm gonna give it a middle because I do want to try the reformer. And I totally forgot that was an aspect of Pilates. It's fairly new.
It's new. Not
It's
all
new.
videos have
So when I took Pilates years and years ago, it was not a thing. But I am intrigued, as most would be, and I'm in the fitness industry, so anything that's kind of new like that, I'm like the frog. You guys ever tried the frog? I tried that. Anyways, yeah.
So
I'm a thumbs down as far as regular training. I'm a middle thumbs as far as I 100% agree with what you said as far as rehab goes.
So Ashley just has too many thumbs going on. Give us one thumb. That equals a middle. So she gives a middle. When I say middle thumb, depends on the application. Give it a try. If you hate it, don't do it again. That's it. I'm Coach Zach with Coach Ash and Coach Tosh. I'm not supposed to be signing us out, but I am. Peace.